means they're not dealing with hit and run, so they're going to be using this on hit and run without a doubt. You know that much. There's no reason to not do that. Is this can't be crosshair, so oh, switchback. Ooh, nice. I'm seeing more and more switchback at the moment. Our opponents are doing really well with it. Hello, my name is Dominic Underhall House and welcome to another episode of Moonbreaker. So in the last couple of videos I've been trying out a few different lists, and I now want to go back to doing something a bit more, aiming to be a bit more competitive, to try and do well in the rank mode. As you can see, like whenever I do play in rank mode, I play fun lists, I play different lists, I'm always sort of going up and down. So sitting around rank 37 is pretty reasonable given how I often don't play the meta lists. But I want to play something that I've had a bit of success with recently, and that is going back to the Zuna Comeback Kid list. So the plan with this list was to play just a fairly sort of regular early game, but have a couple of big AoE units to try and have some sort of comeback potential later on, with both Zapper and Enki and Shrapnel. But what I found was that playing with Hit and Run, Maximus, and then a couple of early sort of value units like Savria, Snarling, and that sort of thing, actually ended up being a really good way of trying to win the game through points, with Zuna and Toltecan going different directions, and it ended up being it felt really efficient. So I've had a lot of fun with it, I really want to keep trying it and just have another go, and hopefully you guys will find that interesting. So if you do, make sure you do remember to subscribe to the channel. It is the most important thing you can do in terms of supporting me right now, and you can also like, comment, join us on Patreon. Anything you want to do is really appreciated. And don't forget that on Saturday this week we are going to be doing a live stream on Saturday evening to celebrate 1 year since my first ever Moonbreaker video. So if you can join us, that would be amazing. So we found ourselves against Kanes, a level 93 opponent. We get 50 points for victory here. So this is where you can see that people have been playing a lot more competitively than I have. You know, I am nowhere near one of the better players in the game. I don't tend to play the most competitive lists, so getting a good bit of practice in here and there is something that I should probably do a bit more often, but I don't get that much time to play. So basically almost all of my gameplay I'm actually recording, and so you guys pretty much see almost the entirety of my gameplay playing Moonbreaker. So it's quite an interesting situation to be in, but it's how it works here. So we can go in the middle, we can hold that, but they're obviously going to take it away regardless. But either way, I think this is what we should do. So we just move ourselves forward a bit. We could go for Maximus and just try and get a really early spot onto this, but I don't know if it would even work, is the problem. But you know, so as it stands here, it's only 40%. But you know what it does do, is it does let us move. So I mean, if we were to go say here, 63 is not unreasonable to hit 2. And who knows, maybe this will be like, if we hit both of these, it's great. We definitely didn't. Yes, we got one miss, which isn't what we wanted. But we can deploy Mahan over here. And just go straight there. And we may as well assign Dardo over here as well. So on this map, unlike others, we don't actually need to go in 2 different directions. So we can just keep moving everything this way. We could have probably moved onto here to go to a point, but we know they'll be able to contest this. And it just depends on what they follow up with is the interesting part. So we tried to leave a little gap down here. Ooh, hit and run. Okay, so it is only going to be 50%. So looks like they might just be going for points here, which is pretty reasonable. I'm not sure what their choice is going to be, but the 50% to hit is quite a big difference. So yeah, there we are. That's exactly what we expect them to do. So we'll pop over here. I think it looks like we might be able to howl here. Yeah, we can howl, and it does reduce their speed, which is nice. So how far can hit and run go? Bloody miles. So how do we go about dealing damage here? It might be, I think we do need to just push onto hit and run. Okay, getting a miss there is very bad news for us. Okay. So I actually don't know what our best option is here. We probably want to keep some space around. We're contesting it, so Zuna needs to move forward regardless.
It's too early.
So let's just pop Zuna on this in case they find a way to remove Toltecan. We can pop Mahan down over here. which I guess is better than nothing. You know what we might be able to do? Is we might be able to just deploy Severe here and maybe block them off. No, not quite. I think we need to move slightly that way, and it was possible we could have done. But I'm not sure how this is going. So they're obviously going to be able to kill Maximus here, which is pretty bad news for us. I think I should have looked at this and actually just put the shield onto Maximus, but now we've protected 2 units at least. It is... Oh, okay, we haven't protected it. It wasn't quite far enough, so they are going to be able to kill Maximus, which is pretty bad for us. Yeah, I didn't play this very well. I keep messing up Zula stuff, basically, is the easiest way of explaining it, because that's exactly what I'm doing, is messing that up. So we can try and hold these points. We get some damage here. We're going to have 5, so we've got our own hit and run coming. The question is, can we do anything relevant? Is that Tanton? Okay. So now we're just straight up in trouble. So what do we want to do with 5? I mean, Detonia is actually quite good here. Because we can play Detonia over here. And just lob explosives onto both of those. Saria can come and just... In fact, Saria can shield barrier first. Then come and touch this point. And then... Where do we want to snare them? It's probably just here. And just snarling over there. We will howl here.
Say what you mean.
Assign Dardo, and then again we can just here we can actually just move, try and block Extilia off from a good angle. So he can't move anywhere that he's really going to want to. We did actually block off Zuna as well, which is kind of funny, but I think we're okay with that. And then we're just going to move just over here. We don't need to move. Oh wait, oh that was so silly. You can. So at the time of recording this, it's nearly midnight, so I feel like this is very clear that I'm not making the most genius plays right now. But at least we've got some reasonable things here. They've got a lot of stuff that we're going to struggle to deal with, which is why I'm trying to save hit and run. Ideally, we'd work our way towards some more AoE, but... Okay, that being a miss is nice. Like, we actually really need to deal with Tanton. Okay, so what are they going for here? Like, hopefully this won't punish us and we can just make up for this in a minute. We do have a bit of AoE here. It might be the case that if we're going up to 6 next turn for Shrapnel, so we want to place something else. So is that the miss onto Shrapnel? Yeah, onto Snarling, sorry. Yeah, it is, which is what we expected. So that basically puts us in a position of needing to deal with hit and run. Whatever this is for 5 is going to get hit by our ability. Ooh, okay, just throwing Sevilla back up. Interesting. Okay, so at least we've got Detonia doing some damage here. And to be honest, probably just hit and run as well. This is perfectly fine. I still can't believe we let them get a point for this. This was a very frustrating mistake, but it is what it is. So, we're incentivized to do this. But Zuno's just going to stay over here. We'll keep doing our... Or we can come over here. But does that block anything really? I mean, what do we do here? So, we can go hit and run into Shrapnel. Or we can go just say Furia or Aria. I mean, Aria's decent, but... We've got 0% to hit, so we need to do this anyway just to get that out of the way. I think we do want to hit and run. Yeah, I think hit and run's fine. And to be honest, what's the range on this? Oh, it's actually massive. So maybe we come over here.
Oh, I know the drill. Always complications.
And then again, I think here we actually deploy Mahan this side.
Don't talk back.
Snarling's just going to move up here, I think, to move block a little. And Detonia go back here. Oh, howl. I don't know if I managed to howl. I don't think I did. So we're clawing back some of the lead. We're going to have access to shrapnel next turn or crosshair. So there are things that we can do here. You know, if they want to flip this back up, that's fine. Yeah, whatever they choose to flip is fine, because I mean, Toltecan only costs 1 anyway. They've got a bit of damage here. So the fact they're doing that means they're not dealing with hit and run, so they're going to be using this on hit and run without a doubt. You know that much. There's no reason to not do that. Is this can't be crosshair, so... Oh, switchback. Ooh, nice. I'm seeing more and more switchback at the moment. Our opponents are doing really well with it.
Your opponent has a clear point advantage.
Yes, they do. Okay, so switchback seems really powerful at the moment, and I know someone was asking me to play it, and I do know that I need to, but it's just it's not what I was expecting to be powerful.
Your turn. Your
Okay,
opponent
so
has a 2-point lead.
I mean, we can just kill this, and I think we pretty much have to regardless. So we just crosshair there. Go for lob explosives in this direction. Which gets us a good bit of advantage there. And then honestly, just inconveniencing this. Deploy Mahan. So where do we want to go with Mahan? Like, we are going to struggle over here. So maybe we just... We don't want to just lose to a race. So I'm just going to bring this over here, but then deploy Mahan over there. And then Dardo... I guess just goes over here. We need to deal with this. So they are going to get 2 points here, but we're not in much risk of losing things. They've got 7, so this could be something like Xianya. We're going to have 7 coming through, but ours is going to be for shrapnel. If things line up well. So this is their crosshair. Yeah, crosshair kills Teutonia, but then our crosshair and shrapnel combined will be able to clear out some of this. This is really funny that this is just continue doing the work. Oh, they've got in range for that. Okay. Honestly, between Oatly and Tanton, they've been just battering us down. It's very interesting.
Your opponent has a 3-point lead.
So, what can we do? I mean, we probably want Toltecan up there, so we probably really want to do our cheaper things. But the fact that this is going to miss is very awkward. So what we're going to do is actually just use this for deployment purposes, I think. So go here and just do that.
Is holding all control zones.
This can move over here. If we put Toltecan down over here, I guess we howl. And then over here we want to deploy shrapnel about here, just touching this point. And we'll shoot these. Okay. So this is making a bit of difference. To be honest, I feel like we're in trouble regardless. So let's just deploy Mahan here. Okay. We're not out of this. Like, we can kill over here next. They're just getting so many points, so Ari is going to have to come over here and start helping in this direction. That's going to have to be the plan. But they're going to have Zappa and Enki here, which is, I mean, probably just coming here and bashing all 3 of these. Because they have got 9 and they've sort of worked up to that. Yeah, so this is a big chunk of damage. Yep, so anything here kills shrapnel. And we're only up to 8, not 9, so we can play 2 big things, but... What have they gone for here? Oh, Reti Wrangler, okay. So they're going for the big old laser. That's pretty great. Okay. I'm really starting to think that, like, there's a few things of, like, tech-wise I need to pick up on, so I definitely need to start looking at Switchback. Switchback's been doing really well against me recently, so I definitely want to be considering that. And Retirang Lamar has been so much damage when it does like come out. So yeah, I feel like there are a few mistakes in that, but all in all, a really good game. Like, I definitely need some more practice. I feel very much out of the loop here. Fate Twister Tantan and Oatley did so much work. I couldn't get the tempo back. They were the main problems because it didn't matter what I did. Tantan was basically taking out one unit per turn. Oatley was taking out another. It was really, really hard to catch up from that point, and that was a really good example of how tempo can be used to your advantage. And honestly, I might have to nick this list. I think this seems like a lot of fun. Either way, if you enjoyed it, please make sure to like, comment, subscribing above all else. Join us over on Patreon, and if you can, tune in over on twitch.tv/Underhaul on Saturday, and we'll be streaming just to celebrate a whole year since my first Moonbreaker video. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and most importantly, have a good day.